What is up, you guys, and welcome back to another Fire podcast. And today we have a very, very special guest with us today. He's in school, in high school. This guy was my senior, and he was known amongst our friend group as our best friend's brother, like our best friend Namal. So he was like her brother.
I mean,
so
he was our best friend's brother.
He's dead, guys, or alive, as you guys like to put it in the comments. Ki behan chod past tense mein baat kar raha tha. Anyways, so this guy, from what I remember, he used to play a lot of football. This guy had a lot of interesting friends because he used to be friends with Maz, and I used to play a lot of basketball with Maz. So that was like an interesting little contingency that we had over there. But I never really got to know this guy until like a year ago. Like I didn't really know him in that way. I did not really know who Kayhan was as a person. So we have Kayhan over here. He's a super nice guy. He has a lot of interesting hobbies and passions that we will definitely be diving into. So Kayhan, what's up, man? How you doing? Kya scene hai?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Pretty good.
How's quarantine going?
Dude, I mean, it's going pretty well.
Today was
we made this podcast just so that we don't get bored, and I think so far it's been going really well.
Today was eventful, bro. Today was eventful. Guys, for those of you guys who don't know, a guy in a Bolan ran through my fucking gate,
Nice.
smashed into my front door. My entire gate is gone, my mirrors are gone, my front door is smashed, and my car is damaged. So guys, that's the update on my life. Salman, what about you?
I woke up, I had breakfast, which I don't always do. That's about all.
Yeah. By the way, Salman, we forgot to say the whole like and shit. So guys, before we begin, we would really like it you guys if you guys could hit the like and subscribe. Hell yeah, Kayhan, you know what's up. If you could hit the like and subscribe button, it would really mean a lot. It really does go a long way. Guys, we're now at 270 subscribers as of, I think, today. I don't know, as of the time that we're shooting, and that is an insane number considering we hit 100 subscribers in 3 months and we were able to do 270 in a week. That's pretty insane growth, guys.
We should honestly, if we don't have like 300 by the time you guys finish watching this video, then you disappointed us.
You have. You truly have.
I don't have COVID. Okay, I think I don't.
You think you don't? Yeah.
I didn't think you did until you specifically said that you did. So.
Yeah. So Kayhan, speaking of your passions, Salman, I think you should start off with the first one.
Okay.
The first one.
So Kayhan, you're a huge fan of astrology, from what I can tell, and
not astrology.
Astrophysics, astronomy.
What's the difference? What's the difference?
Oh yeah,
what's the fucking
nice
difference?
about that.
Okay,
what's
so
the difference?
Astrology is BS. Okay, so
Yeah.
people who believe in Pisces, Aquarius, and all that shit, that is complete BS. Those
Bro, but
are,
I mean, dude,
But I believe
I'm
in
a
it, though.
Capricorn.
But I believe in it though. I'm a Capricorn
it's
too.
not real. यार 5,000 साल पहले, like people right, they made this stuff up themselves, right? And they looked at the stars and like, oh, you know, in March this constellation is up, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna behave this way in my life, right? But उस बात को 5,000 years have passed, right? Now there are different stars above you in Mars. So if you think you're a Pisces, you aren't actually a Pisces. That's a fact. Number one.
The fuck? How does that make sense? How does that make
Shots
sense?
fired.
Because the Earth, right? It's moving in space, and the solar system itself is moving around the galaxy.
Yeah.
So when it moves, the stars' की position भी change होती है. So you're no longer a Pisces. You're no longer an Aquarius.
Oh,
But
that makes a
people
lot of
still believe
sense. That makes a shit ton of sense if I think about it now.
Also,
so-
if you're born on the other side of the planet, then you know, like it's a different scene, right?
Yeah, other side guy doesn't make a difference. You can different.
Oh no.
You know, but since the solar system itself is moving around the center of the galaxy, so stars की जो position that they change, right?
Yeah.
And because of Earth's sidereal rotation. So you know, if you think you're an Aquarius, you're not an Aquarius. If you think you're a Scorpio, you're not.
Dude, I straight up thought that you were just gonna rip on everyone who believes in their stars and whatnot. But I mean, you did that, but you also like scientifically backed it up. I don't even
because this guy knows his shit.
I'm not scientifically backing it up. It is BS. It's fake.
You scientifically tore it down. That's what I meant.
Yeah. Dude, if there's one thing that I've noticed, Kayhan, we've had you on. We've had you on for like what 20-25 minutes now. Guys, we like to get people on and we like to talk to them before we start recording. This guy hasn't had this high energy, like during the entirety of the conversation. As soon as we got into fucking space, as soon as we got into stars, this guy's energy fucking spiked. His energy went through the roof.
Because I mess with people who don't believe in science. Okay.
You met people who don't believe in science.
Science.
You met people who don't believe in science. I haven't met those type of people.
Because and people with coronavirus conspiracies, oh, the government is controlling you guys and all that
Yeah,
shit. Like
yeah,
it's
yeah.
all real.
Oh.
And
So
some people believe 5G was causing COVID.
Salman talked about this on the other episode. Salman was
Dude,
talking about this shit.
It's
Yeah.
so stupid, right? Like,
Yeah.
I think people were like, oh, 5G is a problem, and then people are like, oh, Corona is also happening, and then they mashed them together.
Not a problem.
It makes no sense at all.
Radiation cannot cause viruses.
Dude,
Yeah.
and the worst part is, like, this is stuff we studied in school, not even college, in school, like basic physics.
Yeah.
And everyone on the internet's like, guys, 5G doesn't cause coronavirus because there's basic physics in front of us. And then these idiots will pull up the same basic physics and be like, okay, all this evidence that you're using to say that 5G doesn't cause corona is actually the reason why 5G causes corona. There's no logic whatsoever.
But I've heard conspiracies about 5G causing cancer and shit like that. So is that true? I haven't done any sort of research.
Right now
Bullshit.
there is no evidence that any 5G, 4G, or 3G can cause cancer or any damage.
Yeah.
But future maybe because it's just long-term studies required, na?
Yeah.
So when they're done,
you need long-term studies.
they might figure out. But right now there's no such thing.
I see.
But I mean, right now on the EM spectrum aren't like mobile frequencies higher than like normal light, so they're less dangerous than
No. So
No?
on the electromagnetic spectrum, 5G, 4G, they're way low because basically Wi-Fi and all this stuff is at the microwave radiation level, and microwave is less
the shit that I used to cook my
energetic
food.
than visible light.
The shit that I used to cook my food. That's less energetic than usable light.
Yeah.
Damn.
So
Damn. So, Kayhan,
yeah.
Kayhan, I want to transition into something that is very, very important to me because I like to believe it exists. I don't know the answer to this yet, but does time travel exist? Because I know you're a fucking nerd when it comes to this shit.
It does exist.
You've probably done a shit ton of research about this. So let me know what your opinions are, because I have a few spicy questions regarding that.
So time travel is real, okay? So
It is.
so right now.
Yes. Yes.
So time travel is a scientific fact. It's not fiction, okay? I mean,
Yes.
100 years ago it was fiction, but now we know for a fact it's. So right now the world record for a person to have time travel into the future is 0.2 seconds, okay? That's the furthest someone has traveled into the future right now. But
So how?
in the future,
What did
I'll
they
tell
do?
you. In the future, hopefully, in the future, right, when technology advances, we can hopefully travel like years into the future.
Yeah.
So the way, so the problem with time travel is you cannot travel back in time.
Yeah.
I want the back part, man. I don't want to go to the front one. I want to go to the back.
I want to go
can-
forwards, dude. I don't want to go back.
Yeah, you can only go into the future. Okay, so the reason why you can travel into the past is because the grandfather paradox, which is basically, for example, you went 50 years into the past, right?
Yeah.
And now you go and kill your grandfather before he met your grandmother, right?
Yeah.
So that
Shit
means
like
you were
that.
never born, right?
Yeah.
So scientists like Stephen Hawking say that is the reason why physics will never let you go back into the past.
Okay, but then you can have parallel universes, right? Where like if you kill your grandfather, like split into two
Yeah.
universes.
But doesn't that create like a separate timeline?
I mean, that's like now you're talking about Avengers now.
Yeah. guys, disclaimer, my fucking scientific knowledge comes from Avengers, from fucking sci-fi movies, if anything, and
Dude,
that's
from The
pretty
Flash?
much from the
You ever
Flash.
watched
Yes.
The Flash? That was all time travel.
Flashpoint paradox, guys. That is literally where it comes from. So, before roasting me in the comments and saying that this fucking guy doesn't know his shit, this guy, but I don't know what he's talking about. Before doing that, guys, know that I don't know jack, and I'm here to learn just as much as you guys. So yeah,
No,
Kayhan.
but what you said could be very real because there is a very credible scientific theory that every single decision that you make, right?
Yeah.
Even like picking up this thing,
Yeah.
breaks our reality into two separate realities where you picked up something and where you didn't, right? And
Yeah.
the reason for that theory is the way quantum mechanics works, basically quantum physics.
So
And
give us a
that
dumbed
would
down
be a
version of
long
it.
topic.
Give us
Yeah, that
give us
sounds
a,
like very
Because in the
complicated.
quantum world, right,
yeah.
a particle can exist here and here as well, and
Yeah,
it
yeah.
cannot exist and it can exist here as well. So basically, what we're figuring out now is not only quantum particles behave that way, but even real life classical particles also behave this way,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And yeah, so back to the time travel thing. So the way you can travel into the future is there's two ways. So basically, like in Interstellar, right? Remember you saw the guy went near a massive black hole in
Yeah.
Interstellar. If you saw Interstellar,
Yeah, I have.
he
but I
went
don't
near a
remember
massive black hole. So, if when you're near a massive sized object, a thing that has a huge amount of matter inside it, right?
Yeah.
Time slows down for you relative to someone who's near a less massive sized object. Like in the movie
Yeah.
Interstellar, the humans were basically near the sun, which is relatively small to a black hole, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that black hole had a huge amount of mass, which is why his time slowed down. And when he came back, his daughter was older than him, right?
Yeah.
Second
Yeah,
way-
that was so weird.
Yeah. So and that isn't science fiction. That can actually happen if you do that. You just have
So
to.
wait, to pause for a second before you move on to the other way. There's actually a lot of proof of this, and one of the ways that you can see this is I've seen it was either like Discovery or BBC, but they had a documentary where they took a video of the Pyramid of Giza from like a very significant difference, and over like a long period of time, you could tell that time was moving like microseconds slower at the pyramid than it was away from the pyramid.
Yeah, that's a like 0.00000
Yeah.
microseconds basically. That's like a really you can't tell the difference, but that you can.
But it is happening, yeah.
Yeah, no, but do you know in an International Space Station, the clocks are made different, atomic clocks, because the time is different over there. It's a few microseconds slower than the time on Earth, which is why the Russian astronaut time traveled 0.2 seconds into the future, because he was on the International Space Station for that amount, like a long period of time.
Oh.
And
I see.
so the way you can time travel, but this International Space Station is still like traveling really slowly. So the way you can travel into the future is, okay, let's say into the future we can build a bullet train that goes around the whole globe, okay? And
Not
it
impossible.
travels, just goes round and round, and it travels at 99% at the speed of light, okay? So I
Okay.
did this calculation myself, okay? So
This guy, man.
it goes at
We're getting
99
in. We're getting in. Let's go.
speed of light, right?
Yeah.
And if you sit on that train for 5 years, right? You know, have your tea, have your breakfast, wake up, sleep, watch Netflix, do whatever you want, right? For 5 years, okay? And then, for example, you're 20 years when you get on the train. When you get off, you're 25, okay?
Yeah.
When you get off that train, right? The whole world, you would have traveled 200 years into the future. Every single person you knew who was living would be dead.
Would be dead.
So you just need to
Oh,
build a train
man.
that's really fast. That's how you travel.
But
in the
like,
future.
if you invest like $1,000 before you get on that train, you're gonna be so rich when you get off.
Yeah.
Dude, Salman. I think if those things exist, you and I need to go to the future, and start
Yeah,
the Two
dude.
Time Zones podcast over there, guys. Coming to you guys 2 years in the future. We'll bring you the most fire content. Please hit this.
Dude, no, listen. Our first time zone will be the present. Our second will be the future.
Yes, that would be amazing. I can't wait for that. So Kayhan,
Yep.
so all you need is a really fast bullet train, right?
Yeah.
Like,
How likely-
Really,
how likely-
really fast. So.
Like how likely is that going? Like how likely is it that's going to happen?
I mean, I feel like 99% at the speed of light is really difficult, but I think they could in the future reach speeds 60 to 70% at the speed of light. But I don't think they'll build a train on the Earth, but they'll probably build a rocket that travels the solar system at that speed, and that's how they'll travel the future. But that's still, I think, maybe 300, 400, 500 years into the future. That's when they'll have the
Dude,
technology.
this is some intense stuff. So Kayhan, if you could travel both into the future and into the past, which one would you choose and why?
I would choose the future, bro. I'm not going back into the past.
Really? You're more the future guy. All right. That is interesting.
Because listen,
Me
if I go
too,
into the
man.
future, right?
Yeah.
So I would have aged, let's say, 5 years, right?
Yeah. Let's say you go 5 years ahead.
While the world science and everything is aged 200 years, right?
Yeah.
And so now I can take advantage of the healthcare, the advances in
Healthcare.
science, technology,
Yeah.
and everything. Maybe they can make me live forever.
Yeah.
Dude,
yeah,
and I
maybe.
mean, you invest like a couple thousand in 200
Yeah.
years. That's millions.
So Salman, that is
Go to the future.
Salman, that is
and you're
straight up
rich.
like our internal entrepreneurs talking right now, like investing a bunch of money, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, wherever the fuck you want to put it in, and then it just compounds into a few million over 200 years. That is heavy. I personally would travel to the past. I'm the type of guy who would travel to the past. I don't want to go to the future before.
You know, one
time
way
is
you
here.
can travel into the past. I mean, one way you could travel into the past is when you look up at the night sky. Okay.
Because stars are already dead when you look at the when you look at the night
not
sky.
all of them, but yeah, when you look into the past, because light takes time to travel and reach your eyes, right? When the photons hit your retina, it probably took 1,000,000 years. So you're looking at a star how it was 1,000,000 years ago.
1,000,000 years ago, and how it's dead, and now it's
It
dead.
might be dead now. It might not even exist right now, but you can see that star, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and when you look at the sunset, right?
Yeah.
The sun has already set 8 minutes ago, because light takes 8 minutes to travel.
Oh
from
yes,
the
I've
sun
heard of that.
to-
Dude, I remember doing this in physics and A levels and shit like that. Dude, remember how in fucking physics we had this one question in the past papers and shit like that. It was very, very similar to this. Like 8 minutes wala pura scene tha 16 total and all that. But like yeah, dude, that makes a shit ton of sense. And 8 minutes might not be a lot of time, but it's still bizarre to think that the sun actually set 8 minutes ago and you're seeing it fucking set right now. It's crazy. So Kayhan, now we're going to transition into our other topic. What do you think of parallel universes and what are they? Because I don't know what the hell they are. Because what's the definition? What are they? Like, let us know.
So it's kind of like branching apart, right? Like the decisions you talked about.
Yeah, there's different theories. So there's parallel universes, there's multi-universes, right? And there's different kinds of parallel and multi-universes. Like it depends on which theory you're going for. So there's like if you follow the string theory or if you're following another theory. So basically most scientists aren't religious, okay? So we say that God created the world and it's perfect and blah blah blah, right?
Yeah.
But creating a universe which has stars and solar systems and life, right? That's really hard. So if there's only one universe,
no
right?
shit.
If there's only one universe and by chance you get life, right? That's really hard.
Yeah.
So there's a high likelihood that there's actually an infinite number of universes, right? And they're their own bubbles floating in space, okay?
Yeah.
And so there's an infinite number of universes with different laws of physics and everything, and one of them happens to be this one, and which happens to create a perfect universe in which life can thrive, basically.
Nice.
So, do you know the YouTube channel in a nutshell?
Yeah, I do know that.
Yeah, so have you seen their video on
Beautiful
is there life
stuff.
on other planets?
Dude, beautiful episodes. Those guys are
So the gist of their video is that it's highly likely, as you said, that there's life on other planets. The question is, why haven't we seen them yet, right? So I don't remember the whole thing, obviously, but a couple of his main points were
we might have been the colonizers. We might have been the colonizers.
So either there's something that causes all life forms to go extinct, and humanity is about so either humanity is about to go extinct, or we're the only life form to have ever made it past that filter. Or someone else has already made it past that filter, and they're so advanced that they don't even want to bother with humanity.
Yeah.
Like they're just like these guys are little kids, man.
Yeah.
There's only one more problem, right?
And that is.
And that is the universe is huge. It's humongous. You can't imagine how big the universe is. Okay.
You can't, man.
So, and to contact someone, right? You need to talk to them, communicate with them, and the way we communicate with them is through basically electromagnetic waves, radio waves, right now. That's our current form of communication. So it's only been 50, 60 or 100 years since we've been sending radio waves, right? Out into space. So those signals have only traveled a teeny tiny
amount,
portion of
tiny portion, right? Yeah.
So our signal hasn't so it's almost impossible to contact them that way. Like it's almost impossible.
I'm pretty sure if we do start getting responses, it's going to be like 200, 300 years down the line. If we do start getting responses of our signals, because obviously it takes time for those waves to actually travel.
If an alien civilization sent us a signal 1,000,000 years ago, right?
Yeah.
because a million light years is nothing, right? When
Yeah.
you compare distances in space, right?
Yeah.
And when the signal reaches us, and we're like, oh shit, and
They might
alien
already be
civilization
dead. They might already be
it's
dead.
it's most likely finished. You won't be
Yeah.
able to talk to them back.
But
But even if you
also-
talk, if you send them a signal back, it will take another million years for the signal to reach them.
Yeah.
But also, what if
God.
like the signal misses? You know, like what if we're just not listening at the right time, or like we're not paying attention in the right
यार
direction? Like,
नेट सेट नहीं है यार उनके पास
like
WhatsApp
one
कर दो
one
यार.
million years for that signal to get us, and the guys in the bathroom, he just misses the signal, and then civilization dies off.
Civilization
What
fucking-
if they aren't even communicating with electromagnetic waves? What if they're way more advanced than us?
way more advanced, bro? I'm pretty sure
Oh,
like,
yeah.
shit that fucking travels even faster than light. I'm assuming there is shit like that travels way faster than light. Oof, Kayhan, this has been like a fucking mind-bending episode, man.
Dude,
I've learned a lot.
A lot of chills have gone down my
I've learned
spine.
a lot, man. I've learned so much. And so, Kayhan, where do you see the future of space travel and all that? Will we ever go to Mars? Will Elon make it to Mars? Will I be able to go to Mars, spend vacation there, and come back?
Yo, I don't think you can go to Mars since you aren't a U.S. citizen.
Batein na karo. Batein na karo. Don't. Elon will figure out a way.
But yeah, in 10, 12, 14 years time, we will have people on Mars pretty soon. We will have people on Mars in like 4 or 5 years. Oh no, sorry, on the moon in 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
And on Mars in 15 years approximately.
Nice.
That
Nice.
that sounds not too far.
What do you
away.
think of Elon as like a guy who's trying to explore space and all that? Is he like a big inspiration to you?
Yo, Elon, I love Elon Musk.
You love Elon, man?
I love Elon Musk.
Dude, do you know what I love about him? Do you know what I love? I love that his tiny business ventures are like 99.9% of billionaires' like final venture. Like for example, he started PayPal, made a couple of $1 billion. He could have retired easily at like pata nahi, at a very young age, but he used PayPal money and bought a few other things here and there, and those businesses also started generating billions of dollars. Tesla as of now is the most valuable automotive maker in the world. It beat Toyota. So
Oh wow.
No,
yeah,
no,
it
no,
beat.
the guy's incredible. He's running.
Dude, Tesla is on his back burner. He doesn't even give a shit about Tesla, and that shit is
Yo.
killing everybody.
Yeah, he's running Tesla. He's running SpaceX.
SpaceX.
He's running I think it's called Solar City or some solar company.
Yeah.
Then he's running
Boring
the
company.
Boring company.
The boring
Hyperloop,
company.
Hyperloop.
Hyperloop.
Oh
Dude,
yeah.
Yo, Hyperloop is so interesting because right now from Toronto to Montreal it takes it's a 5-hour drive, okay? And yeah, it's a 5-hour drive, and he's building Hyperloop, and one of the cities he's shortlisted is Toronto, Montreal. So that the travel time will be decreased to 19 minutes. Toronto to Montreal.
19.
Oh.
Dude,
From
that's
5
like
hours to 19 minutes. That's like from me going from my place to my campus. Imagine.
Wow.
I can go from Toronto to Montreal in 19 minutes.
yo. Will there be Lahore and Islamabad, bro? Because like I kind of want to
Lahore
like,
is Islam, man.
because I want to kind of
Investing
like
in
join it
Pakistan.
because I want because I low-key want JJ's, but
Yeah, so if if Toronto Montreal is 19 minutes, then I think you can do Lahore Islamabad in around 11 minutes.
11 minutes, yes. Dude, that's
11,
far-fetched.
12 minutes, yeah.
Dude, that is
That'll be-
far-fetched.
30
That'll be really.
That's
cool.
faster than a flight.
Very
All right,
cool.
guys. Salman, I think we're done. 23 minutes. We're
Yeah,
capping
we
it now.
are. It's
We're
been
capping it
a
now.
great episode.
See,
Thanks
guys,
so much, Kayhan.
We had another like 15 talking points. We couldn't hit more than 3. As you know, this always happens. But we've had like a really chilling episode. Salman, you do the outro and I'll do my classic.
Yeah. Hopefully, we'll see you guys in the future, regardless of
Yeah.
if you guys just wait for our next episode or time travel to it.
Yep.
But we'll see you then.
Hell yeah. See you
Enjoy your
200 years in the
weekend.
future, guys. See you
Yeah,
200
peace
years
out,
in the future.
everyone.
Peace. Adios. Goodbye.